Yeah.
Do you know 100% when you type in MM on YouTube, it's absolutely the first thing that comes up as your option.
There you go.
Yeah, do you know how fucking hard it is to search anything to do with M&Ms?
That's what I would have thought, but no, they must have.
Top YouTube comment for this song. I can't believe I finally found this song after 20 years of searching.
20 years.
And it was more. He was just on like like the voice search and going
I thought it was going to be a song about yummy stuff.
He was searching for letter N.
Fucking hell.
All right, let's get into this.
Once again, we have a special guest joining us.
Yeah. Hey,
It's a
Naomi.
woman.
Hi.
How you going?
Hi. I'm great. Thank you so much.
Who invited this? Who the fuck are you?
Thanks for coming along.
Oh, no worries. I've grown my chest hair for the event, so
Beautiful.
hopefully I fit in.
Good. I don't have any, so that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
definitely don't fit in then.
Yeah,
I'm hairless like a seal.
Here's the lyrics.
I'm hairless like Seal, the singer.
Yeah. Kiss by Rose. Okay.
Anyway.
The first verse. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said it was from when the cars had smashed so hard.
Oh, okay.
Scene.
All right.
Scene.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah,
getting
discuss.
smashed by a car so hard that it changes your hair color? They
Mm.
must, like,
turn black into
how is he
white.
still alive to tell the story?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not doing the chorus yet, Zav.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Or were you just agreeing?
Yes, I was just agreeing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going into the chorus. Sorry, my bad.
He's saying here, like,
Oh, I was there.
There was this kid. He got into an accident, couldn't come to school. The motherfucker's hair's changed from this accident. I reckon he would have missed a few days.
Oh, my God.
At least.
Like, by the time he came back with different hair, mind, like,
Yeah.
they wouldn't even know that he was that like, when he shows up, they're like, where have you been? That question wouldn't even come up. Be like, oh, there's a new kid.
Here's a question as well. Let's just put ourselves in the position that you are another kid at the school, right?
Mhm.
And someone you don't really know them, but they got into an accident and they couldn't come to school. And when they came back, their hair had changed completely to white. Would you not remember the kid's name?
I feel like you might.
Yeah.
This actually happened to
definitely.
me at school, except instead of the kid's hair turning white, he had a big bicycle accident and his face was covered in scars.
Oh,
Ouch.
Fuck.
Brutal.
Way to bring it
okay.
down.
His name was Luke.
I feel really.
Yeah, so you remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
His name was Luke.
Proof
Bit of a
point.
bully.
His name was Luke.
Oh, fuck him.
He died.
It was
Glad his
Luke.
face is off
but
guard then.
because of the car accident, he actually lost a couple of letters. So when he came back letters, he was just like, it was just.
What's your name?
Old Scarface Luke, eh?
No, his name was Uke, and he was just a four-stringed instrument.
Yeah, so his hair had turned from black into bright white.
Bright white.
Yeah, I'm assuming this car was made out of peroxide.
It's a truck. Like just peroxide. He smashed into a peroxide truck.
Yeah, and like that barely touched him and knocked him over, but then all the peroxide fell on him. Like just tipped out all over his whole body.
Yeah. And he didn't go to school because he was just embarrassed about it.
He's like, oh, everyone's gonna call me like blondie, you know. I don't want that. Like, just no. You have a couple days off, then you're going.
To add to that, I'm pretty certain, not to get to the video too quickly, but his parents laugh while he's on stage reenacting his accident.
Oh, it's a
mean-
hilarious situation.
It's so brutal.
Yeah.
Evil fucks.
Oh, when we get to this video, there's some fucking great
Craziness.
parents in it. Great parents.
Crazy.
Actually,
Um,
I have an explanation for this one that the guy himself said. It's not too funny, but it's kind of sad actually.
Wait, who said it?
The songwriter.
Brad Roberts.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Apparently, he based this verse off a few anecdotes that he'd heard or sort of experienced, and one of them was that I think it was like a relative was in the Second World War and he was sort of behind enemy lines and heard all the Japanese people in broken English, telling them, like yelling out, "Oh, here we go." Listening to the Japanese crying out their broken English what they would do to him when they caught him, and he was terrified. In his case, just a portion of his hair turned white, just from being so terrified that
Bullshit.
Just one portion, not the
Ryan,
whole
did
thing.
you also get the Niagara Falls one? That he saw somebody that was in a boat heading towards Niagara
yes,
Falls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Songfacts.com.
I've got a
And his
conspiracy.
hair went white as well.
Yeah.
I've got
really
a
went over.
conspiracy, but I'm fearing that I might break the internet. So
Okay.
I'll just just fucking just preparing you, all right?
Wouldn't be the first time.
I fucking know. I know. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school, but when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black to bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard. Is he a crash test dummy?
Well, do they have bright white hair? Like, they don't really have any
I
hair.
don't have any hair, yeah.
There's holes in that theory, mate.
Yeah, fucking.
Also-
sorry about that.
Let's just say, what if he always had bright white hair from the start?
He was just dyed black.
And it's been
Yeah.
dyed the whole time because his parents are like, oh, you can't go to school with that shit.
I've got this image in my head of him
You look
coming.
like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but his parents couldn't afford hair dye. Time went on, and he's got to show up without his hair dyed, and he looks like an elderly person who's 7, and now he's fucked thanks to his parents.
How old do you think the kid is?
Well, I mean, obviously, he's
Oh,
got
2?
We don't know.
What age do they start school
Or
these days?
Maybe he's the son of 2 albinos, and
That's
they were
right. Could
like,
be.
and then he's born and he's got black hair, and they're like, oh, no son of mine's gonna have bloody black hair. And then-
Quick car accident for him, and we can explain this hair dye situation away.
throw him in front of the car. And she's like, no, he's too young. Up. That's how I
Doesn't
learned.
matter.
This is the only way you can do it.
Doesn't matter.
What about if he's the child of a very old couple and he's an older man, right? He's an older man. He's in his late 40s, early 50s, and they've had the car accident, and he's actually doing a pottery school. So he's missed a couple of fucking weeks of pottery, and in that time he grew some grey white hairs. And then they've come back and like, mate, what the fuck's going on with you? And he's like, well, just I'm 52 now, so
Getting on.
Yeah,
I have had an accident. But
he could have just repeated a bunch. He's like
Well, that's true,
one of
yeah.
those kids who's been in kindies like for 40 years.
Well, we don't. No, I like Sav's point that we don't know that this is primary school, high school. It
Look,
100%
I'm
could
just trying to
be.
think outside the box for once, like I'm.
Yeah.
I have this
just
image
trying
in
to
my
do
head of
whatever I can.
this kid turning up to school in like those like Mozart style French Revolution big powdered white wigs.
Well, judging by the album cover, like it looks like that's about the same period. So
Coattails, yeah.
Well, he doesn't give
Also-
you a time frame, does he? He doesn't say like in 1980 or he just goes once. Like that's the only reference of time we've
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
once.
What if he's a goat? Because kid is another word for goat.
oh, you've not
So-
you've not
You
gone
know-
there.
Holy shit.
Very potential here that they're like singing about a goat that is just a part of the agriculture section of school, and they're like, he was in a car accident. What the fuck is a goat doing in a car? Fucking,
We shouldn't have
how
fucking been there in the first place.
irresponsible. Who are his goat parents? Is what I want to know.
Goat
Shouldn't have been
minders.
standing there.
Totally,
And-
and it's totally acceptable for a goat to have white hair. So I mean,
Apart
I
from
don't
the
know
fact
what
where
I'm
the goat
worried about.
comes back and he explains himself as the goat that it was from the cars. Hey, Billy Goat, what's going on, mate? Oh, not much. Just if I had a bit of a car
Just
accident.
from when
mate.
the cars had smashed so hard.
Yeah.
I had a note here that was
The bloody
like
cars.
it was more of a diction thing, right? This guy's singing so fucking deep.
Oh
Right.
man.
In the line where he says,
Oh, I know,
he said that it was from when the cars had smashed so hard. The from when doesn't sound like those two words. If you go back and listen to it, he said, and
Does that mean I have to go back and listen to it, or
No, but it sounds like he said that it was Frommel.
Frummel.
Frommel. Now I'm like,
yeah, that
what is
was
Frommel?
from when?
yeah. See? It sounds like Frommel.
Ours is massive soul.
Now, how's this, right? I looked it up. I'm like, what the fuck is Frommel? This is
Frommel.
before I looked at the lyrics. What is Frommel?
Type of cheese.
Urban
isn't it?
Dictionary comes up with Frommel.
Didn't-
Exactly how I looked it up. You want to know what frommel is?
I'm guessing it's some kind
Let's
of
hear it.
infection.
Smashing a beer can on one's forehead when extremely intoxicated. And then, the use of it, bro, check this gash on my forehead. I must have frommeled last night.
Stop driving cars when you're drunk, little tiny goats. Fucking
Apparently,
hell.
it doesn't say frommel, but I thought that was just something,
We're not concerned by the fact that there's goats drinking alcohol, but we're concerned about the fact that there's goats driving after drinking alcohol.
Totally.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I also thought, can you imagine? Do you reckon this guy sings like when he's driving in his car, and he's like another person's song comes on the radio? Do you reckon he sings like that? And I have this idea, like this thought, with anyone with an unusual voice, like Axl Rose or someone like that. And it's like, I wonder if like a Celine Dion track comes on.
Yeah, Aretha Franklin comes on and he's like, what you want, baby.
Yeah.
What you want.
Actually, I found a note
Baby,
that
I
Crash Test
got
Dummies
it.
started out as a cover band. So that was the same thought that I posed. But my idea was him singing like Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin, but you need coolin'.
I'm always curious about that. When you hear people with those bizarre voices.
Yeah, like Tones and I.
I don't even know if that's a real thing.
If Tones and I covered this song, how does that sound?
I don't know. I'm still confused about Tones and Eyes, if that is an actual thing or just a computer animated like glitch synthesized thing that's happened. I still can't figure it out.
We'll get to Tones and I on the Tones and I
We'll get there.
episode.
Anyway, let me
That's
knock this
coming up.
let me knock this chorus out for you. It goes. Mm, 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 mm.
What are you doing? Just scanning the lyrics before you read them, or
No, that's it. They're the lyrics.
How many
just-
M's? How many M's do we type if we want to
3,
actually
6,
find this
9,
stuff?
12, 24.
24.
And where are the
24.
gaps? Are they in groups of 4 or?
Yeah, it's groups of 3.
Groups of 3.
yeah, you got to think that he's
Like, I don't want to mix this up with like a KFC ad, for example.
Too short and you
No,
get
this
it.
isn't as delicious.
Finger looking good,
Yeah.
yeah. So what was it? 24 M's.
24 M's.
So it's like you hit the record label. They're like, Brad, your song's great, dude. You need a better chorus. He's like, just so happens to go on. They're like, oh, good. All right, what have you got? He's like, well, the letter M. Yeah, well, boy, do we. He's like, I've got 24 of those.
You've heard of M.
Yeah.
Doesn't this seem like,
is
when you're writing the song and you just kind of fuck about until you can actually write the lyrics?
That's what it
You
is.
Just sort of
definitely
do it,
what
and then
it
they've
is.
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, do you reckon he had a chorus that was so fucking terrible
Yeah.
that he thought that was going on the final thing? It wasn't until it went full mix, mastered, released, and he's like, "Oh, that's the God vocal."
Yeah.
I did have a Zav does the math for you guys for this episode.
Oh,
I did
Zav does
pre-prepare.
the math.
Zav does the math.
You did
Um,
the math.
So I worked out the amount of M's in this song is 120. And if you were
That
to break
above
that,
average?
if you were to break that down into saying 1 M per second, that would be 120 M's because 120 times. Yep. Times 1 second is well then it'd be 1. But then anyway.
So in conclusion to Zav does the
In
math.
conclusion, I'm a fuckwit. Move on.
No. How many
that's-
M's are in the entire song again?
120.
No, you meant to say fucking heaps.
Oh, fucking hoots.
That's the answer to all your math.
No, I'm getting there, mate. Don't spoil the punchline for fuck's sake. Nah, it's ruined now. No, I'm just joking. The song goes for 4 minutes, so you've got 2 minutes of the song can go to M, and that's just fucking heaps.
Tell me if this is a relatable story to you guys, but like the Nan that I was speaking about in the Guns N' Roses episode, anytime there was a lull in the conversation, no one knew what to say, she'd just go,
Like, this is a very interesting point.
No, it's just like, no one's saying anything, and I would probably need to fill in the space.
I don't like silence. I don't want awkward silence.
That's what I feel about this chorus.
What's funny is that you would doing that makes it more awkward than the silence.
Because the other person's
yeah.
going, why is he just going, all the time?
Well, that's what
Is he
happened after I
hungry?
sang Oh, sorry, I didn't sing. I played 6 minutes of Patience with no lyrics. Mm.
Yeah, I just want to get back to real quickly. Tim said, do you think there was another chorus that they scrapped for the guide vocal? And I think it was potentially just earlier lyrics sung in the chorus melody. And that probably would have sounded like this. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed him so hard. Cars smashed him so hard. Cars smashed him so hard.
would be
Cars smashed him
amazing.
so hard. They're like, you don't need to emphasize that line. And he's like, but the cars did smash him so hard. They're like, yeah, I know, just do anything else.
Do you reckon when he talks?
White hair.
Do you reckon when Brad
Turd.
Roberts talks like just normal, he's like, "Oh, hi guys, I'm Brad. Yeah, I'm in this band called Crash Test Dummies. I just wrote a song. I'm gonna check it out." And a one, and a two, and a three.
Once there was this guy.
I think he might have some like daddy issues. Maybe he had like a dad or a granddad that was like, "Right, mate, when you grow up and your voice breaks, mate, it's gonna be a good time for you, mate. The ladies are gonna come swarming at you." And he's like, "I'm taking this next level. I'm brown noting these bitches. I'm gonna make chicks shit their fucking pants. Watch me,
Dungarees.
granddad. Watch me. I'm gonna carry baby wipes around in case the girls shit themselves." And here he is now, just doing him.
Just doing it. It's like,
Brown
oh, did it-
noting every motherfucker. He doesn't even use his car horn. He just goes, and people stop.
Move.
Move the fuck out of the way, please.
Move out of my way.
And on top of that, I'm sure when he stands in fields of cows, they all come running towards him.
Oh, I
is
love
my
that.
guess.
My favorite YouTube video series is cows running to the fence when something happens, like someone playing a tuba, which is exactly this.
It is. We should test it out. I feel like
I
this
wonder.
is definitely a good candidate for that.
We get
I
the
feel like this guy
isolated.
would be in an interview and they'd be like, "So when did you learn that you could sing?" And he's like, "Well, what happened was I was in high school
Once there was this
doing my
kid.
school band, and I was put on tuba, but I couldn't afford one, so I just did the sounds of my mouth." I did watch an interview of him, by the way, and
Did ya?
when he talked, he's like, "Well, when we're writing the song, I was like, okay, yep, you are deep.
He's Canadian though, so he wouldn't have a southern accent.
Do you reckon, like, if we,
Well, would you
who
believe
do you
that he
reckon would
actually
win,
did?
like, if there was
They
a
wrote
deep
the song, E.
I'm going to bring that point up later. Let's get to these other lyrics.
Oh, for
the-
fuck's sake,
Usher
Dana.
this thing along.
Second verse. Once there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, but when they
Sounds like
finally
Bend It Like
made
Beckham.
her, what?
Sorry.
Don't interrupt.
What?
We'll find out what happens when they finally made her.
But when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it. They'd always just been there.
Can you imagine
okay.
being able to explain a birthmark? Well, actually, when I was in the womb, I did.
Let
this,
me
this, and
explain.
this.
The birthmarks. Done.
Say it's a simple pigment development issue.
Unless you're the chick that has perfect polka dots, like 10 centimeters diameter and over her entire body, and they are perfectly shaped like a circle, in which case you have to question, like, are these legit? Or is this chick fucking with me? I feel like maybe she's had some crazy case of like polka dot chicken pox. Because if you've ever seen the film clip, these are not legit. Like, who the fuck painted those on?
Call them
I reckon
practice.
there's
a child's play.
cigar burns. Cigar burns.
Like,
Someone's putting cigars out on her.
I want to talk about when they finally made her. What fucking school is this?
It's child
Um,
abuse.
I don't want to.
That's child
Don't
abuse.
necessarily
Totally.
want to go and change in the change room. Well, we're going to make you change in the change
Just
room.
like,
Yeah.
you better listen here, bitch. I'm going to drag your fucking ass in there and change you myself if you don't do it. It's like, holy shit.
All right, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
Okay, miss.
Yeah, I got a point about that. I'm not advocating bullying here necessarily. I'm advocating joking. I'm all about joking, and just to prove that, I invite you all to make a bullying style remark about me now, if you will. Say anything you want. It'll bounce off like water in a duck's back. Go for it. What have you got?
You're a fucking dickhead, and you fucking dick fuck. Yep, there you go. Here's one.
You'll have to do better than that.
I don't know. Do you have birthmarks all over your body?
We've got one on my thigh. What do you got?
Oh, that's embarrassing. Let me get my magnifying glass out.
Okay. Well, if does anyone else have any other zingers they're going to fire at me? I mean, I got a lot to make fun of. Like, you haven't even touched on it.
No, thank you.
Chips has like made fun of me the last I think 15 years. Seems like so he's maybe all And
I can't do it if it's just handed to me on a plate.
No, I'm freaking out. You're making me scared now.
All right, and Gnomes, you got anything? Right.
Oh, you've got like gigantic, massively huge nuts.
Yeah. They do
Like,
sag.
sounds
How
great.
do you even
That was going to be mine,
underwear
actually.
for those things?
They do sag around, don't they? Well, I wanted to get that
Glad
out of the
you
way
asked. I do
because
have an
I
answer.
do want to bully this birthmark girl now. In a joking way, because I thought if I bully myself first, it's all right. So I want to throw this question out
One for
now.
one.
What do you think some of the names were that the kids would have called this birthmark girl when she was made to go for a shower and they saw all the birthmarks and she couldn't quite explain it?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I've got 5 names. So
All right, go. Hit me.
birthmark Betty.
Okay.
That's a good one.
You can imagine she's just taking a towel. She never showers with them, and then and she sees
Yeah.
Many Mark Mary. Third one here. What have I got? Oh, that's it. Spot.
Oh, that was well fucking done, mate. Well done.
Fourth one. Leopard print. And last but not least, ink blot.
Yeah.
What about your parents burn you with cigars? I mean, I feel like Chibsy's on that.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah, there's abuse here.
What about Karl Marx?
Yeah. Just call it commie. Commie.
Hey, Commie.
Oh,
Get real
golly.
smart with it.
I probably would call her paintball.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like she's been in a paintball
Skirmish.
fight.
Skirmish.
Skirmish, very nice.
Skirmish.
I was
Skirmish. Gonna change for this again today or what? Skirmish.
Skirmish. Drop that towel.
I was
Show me what you're working with.
I was Bucky Beaver at school for a period of time. I had massive
too.
buck teeth.
Me
Oh,
too.
Yeah, and I mean,
Twins.
sexy man. I mean, I would own that now. I'd be like,
got,
hey, come here, I'll fucking munch your face off, you fuckwit.
I used to
But as a kid, no way.
Rough.
I used to get bad windburn, and kids used to call me third lip because my top lip was red. So I don't like to tease other people.
I mean, I didn't really have any friends or any enemies, so no one really noticed me, so I don't really know what's worse.
Oh, you've
I
got
got
an
more
enemy.
too.
I'm your enemy, mate.
I used to
What
dye the
else have
top
you
of my
got?
head.
That's for
I
sure.
used to
Some
dye the
eyes.
top of my head blonde, and the bottom I'd keep brown, so the kids would call me Top Deck.
My Bucky Beaver teasing went so far that I have a younger sister, 5 years younger than me, who used to get called Woodpeck because she was the smaller version of Bucky Beaver.
Oh,
The residual.
Jesus.
Residual
What a great
beaver.
time. Yeah, it's terrible.
generational bullying.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ryan, I
Any
just want
next
to quickly
level.
ask you a
Says that
question, mate.
Yeah, go for it,
Yeah.
Zap.
So you were called Top Deck, right? You
Mhm.
had white hair on the top and brown on the bottom. How was the accident?
Partial accident, mate. Just
I
halfway.
I can't explain it. The car's smashed so hard.
Which move goes straight to
Can we get to the second chorus, please? God
Hold on.
damn,
At
come
the
on.
end, at the end of this, right? They make it seem like she's got a fucking second head growing out of her armpit or something. She's got birthmarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like, not that big of a deal. He makes it seem when he's singing it in that crazy voice. It
Yeah.
seems like
Epic.
there is.
It's so
there is
terrible.
Different times in
something
1993.
horrific going on here. Where the horrific thing is being forced to go and change.
Yeah, that's the real.
My favourite part's the bridge, which we're about to get to.
Oh, we're gonna get to the bridge.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right, the bridge. But both girl and boy were glad, because one kid had it worse than that.
You are fucking joking. Who could possibly
So-
have it worse?
Now they're like doubling down, right?
Teaming up.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you think the birthmarks and the car crash was bad? Get ready for this shit.
Imagine instead of killing people with kindness, you're just like, you know what? Let's just fucking. We've been bullied, so let's just keep fucking bullying other people and
The
just
thing is,
making
you
the
go like-
fucking cycle
Yeah.
even worse than it already is.
Yeah. I mean, how fucking dumb do you have to be to get in a car crash and have fucking birthmarks on your body? Fucking idiot.
That is got to be a soundbite somewhere.
All right, the verse, third verse here. And remember, they've teed this up much worse than
Yeah.
verse 1 and 2. Because then there was this boy whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it. They'd always just gone there.
Mm.
Except
Like-
the boy's Naomi, because she's from the church.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
I've got to raise a hand here. So, like, I spent a period of time, I'm not even joking, living with a cult, and I swear to fucking God, and it was a crazy situation. And when I listened to this, I was like, I feel like all the lurching. If I experienced that, I probably would have become a cleaner. You know what I mean? Like, after all that, like, I just would have been like, what a good job to have. Like, I've experienced a bunch of cleaning at the cult where I, like, had to clean up all the lurching.
So,
So,
they're,
like, he
they're very
couldn't
into
quite
cleanliness.
explain it. Then he became a cleaner. Yeah, great job.
I read a note that
a cleaner.
during a 2010 live performance for a Dutch radio station, Kink FM,
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
very
one of my
Danish.
favourites.
Brad Roberts whispered Pentecostal
Oh.
during the third verse, suggesting this is about the denomination of the church.
Brutal.
Have you ever seen
Like,
that? Have you ever
spoiler
seen those
alert.
videos of the guys that do like they'll push the air and the whole audience just falls over?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
What's
yeah,
crazy
very real,
is,
mate. Yep.
when did this come out? Like
93.
93. Okay, so it's been almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's been.
and he's finally gone.
Ding, ding, ding.
Uh,
Got in.
Pentecostal. Just in case, like anyone was like,
If you have to whisper an extra line, you haven't explained it well enough.
that
And-
third
yeah.
verse is just getting people confused
And
for 20 years.
To add to this, like, to add to Ryan's notes about it previously, like, he, in his lyrical explanation, he says that he used to know this girl at school who, like, really changed when her family got involved in this particular religious group, and that's what it's about. And, like, come on, man. Like, you're hanging on to one person's experience? Like, come on.
It's,
One person?
I don't know. Yeah.
Seriously. How
It's
much
a
of
Is
bit
it-
this
shit,
worse?
isn't it?
Is this
It's
worse
just-
than?
yeah.
Is this worse than the car crash and the birthmarks? Do you think?
Only if the kid
Like-
starts going to church after that. When
Yeah,
he
he goes there. He's not into it.
Dude,
He's just
he's
made to go there.
learning great life skills, like cleaning,
shaking, lurching.
shaking,
Couple of
speaking in
bits
tongues.
there.
Man, I want to speak in tongues when you go to Aldi and they fucking pack my groceries too fast. Fuck you, cunts. Slow
Calm
down. And I'm not
Humana.
Yeah, I'm like,
Would you like to take a brochure? Would you like to take fuck off?
I want to vomit on their floor. I want to
You
lurch.
should. You need to start shaking and lurching.
Exactly right. Great
Yeah,
life
yeah.
skill to learn.
I
Could you
also read a
imagine?
note
Sorry,
about
sorry,
this-
Chibs. Can you imagine
Yeah.
old Patch Adams going up to Charlie Church? Churchy, churchy, churchy. Shut up. Your entire body is covered in birthmarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go to church. Yes.
I do.
All right,
Yep.
Spot.
Very good.
Yeah, I read a note here about this verse that an alternative version sometimes is performed live. They replace the third verse with one concerning a boy whose mother disposed of his tonsils after a tonsillectomy, thus depriving him of the possibility of bringing them to show and tell.
Wow.
Tragic.
That's like a chick
Once.
being deprived of her placenta after she it gets pulled out of her fucking wherever it comes from. I don't even know.
The uterus.
Ovaries.
That's something I
Come on,
learned
man.
recently.
From the
Stomach.
ovaries.
I think it comes out of your belly.
Who wants their tonsils? Yeah, but it comes out your vagina, right? At the very
Who
least.
wants to be
It's not-
denied show and tell, though? That's the real question there.
I know.
Maybe
So-
that is the question. Yeah.
But how fucking bizarre is it that this is their most famous song, yet sometimes if you chose any given night to go and see Crash Test Dummies, they might they might replace the verse with something about a kid who doesn't get his tonsils
That
for
is
show and tell.
very bizarre, man.
Why don't you just be going, I don't remember that.
I waited this whole Crash
Oh,
Test
was this-
Dummies concert to hear this one song, and they fucked it.
I love that bit when he goes to church.
Mm.
Oh, what is this?
Tonsillectomies? Fuck off.
I sat through 12 other songs that aren't this song.
Popping old oak.
The
Hey,
cover.
have you guys been on the Wikipedia for this song? And then at the top it says this article is about the Crash Test Dummy song. For articles with similar titles, see You open that up, fucking that's a world that is of mms. You've got songs, albums, books, all sorts of shit.
You've got bops.
The first thing it says etc. or onomatopoeia indicating agreement or satisfaction.
Such a lie.
What a fucking time it is to be alive.
There's not much satisfaction in this chorus, that's for sure.
I feel like
No.
we haven't enough this podcast. Like, we
I
should have
agree.
all done that.
I mean, we did it once.
So- I
wanna talk about-
They go double chorus at the end to finish it up.
What about the You know what I was disappointed in looking into the lyrics. There's no I was waiting for
They
that. It's like
step it up.
they put in the ums in the lyrics, but they didn't put in the r's.
No,
I was waiting. I'm like, where's the
Not fair.
fuck?
yeah.
Not fair.
I want to talk about my sort of journey learning this song for the podcast. Is that I was very I knew the first verse. I knew it back to front because for some reason I knew it, and I was like, "Good, I'm going to unravel the mystery of what this song is about. It's going to be what's going to happen to this kid." Second verse, okay, compare and contrast. There's a boy, there's a girl. That bridge that I don't understand what he's talking about is probably going to tell me what's happening. And it turns out to be both boy and girl were glad because one kid had it worse than that. And I thought, fuck, this song is about nothing, but also the chorus being is very Peter Griffin. Like, think about it. Think about it. It's like you make up your own mind about what this is about. No, you fucking tell me.
No,
Yeah.
but the chorus starts to make it seem like all of this is much more serious than the lyrics actually are.
I say this too much, but it's just a bunch of stuff that happened.
It is.
Well, that's right, mate. Yes, I agree.
He's fully hung on to some high school shit, and I'd love to see like a middle-aged version of this. Like, I went right down to Woolworths and someone stole my trolley.
It is.
They didn't return it with the dollar deposit.
Yeah, let it
That's
go,
the-
motherfucker.
yeah.
How old are
That's
you?
the
Fucking
depth
45?
of it. Yeah.
Well, I
It's
agree.
Relax, bro.
like how Bevo's put it, the depth of a puddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I reckon all of us could come up with a verse like this on
I
the
think we
spot.
should.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I know a verse.
Well,
I mean,
Naomi just did.
I got a friend who told me that he was very jealous of another kid in his year when they were like really young, because that kid could sweat a lot. Like he would just, and they called, and he referred to him as Sweat Kid, and he just like had this weird thing. He's just like, he's always sweaty. Like, and I wish I was sweaty like him. Like he would just have they come back from lunch, he'd have a really sweaty forehead. He'd be really sweaty on his neck. And like, he wasn't a fat kid or anything. He's just really sweaty. And
He couldn't quite explain it. He was just really sweaty.
couldn't quite explain it. He always just sweaties.
All right. I want to keep this going. Chibs, have you got a story like this?
Yeah. So
Once
no,
there
I
was
don't.
this kid, you got to start with.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I
I've got
want to
one.
ask.
I've got
I
one I
actually
want
want
to
to
tell.
ask while we're here. What is something that as a kid you guys wanted, but then now in adulthood you wish you hadn't have wanted it when you were younger? I'll give you an example.
Pubes.
I was so jealous of people that wore glasses. I thought glasses were the best things ever. And like, if you didn't wear glasses, you were a fucking idiot. And now I'm like, oh fuck, I would hate to wear glasses because I'm always going to lose them.
Once there was this kid who wanted glasses so bad. He did a fake eye test, and now he has to wear them. That's a true story from my childhood.
Did a fake eye test.
And now he has to wear them. Fully 100% a true story from my childhood.
Every job application he makes.
And now he can't get eye test when he goes for his driver.
His insurance claim is a lot more than the average person because of this.
His premiums were so high.
They were so high. They were so high.
Fuck me, we need to move the fuck on.
So this song was written by Brad Roberts, who is the lead singer and guitarist of Crash Test Dummies. The members of Crash Test Dummies: Brad Roberts, Ellen Reed, Dan Roberts, who is Brad's brother, Mitch Dorge, and Son of Dave.
What?
Who he goes by the name Son of Dave. His real name is Benjamin Darville, but he prefers to go as the name Son of Dave.
So if you're referring to him in a more like formal sense, you'd be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Of Dave.
I can imagine
park
they'd be
your
like,
car for
sorry, Ben, just are you happy with how your drum kit set? It's like, what did you call me? It's like, Ben, is your drum kit all right? I'm Son of Dave.
You know,
You're
Son of
fired.
Sam is a serial killer. Have you heard of that before? Son of Sam?
Son of
Yeah,
Dave.
that's
Obviously
it.
named after that.
Yeah.
Oh
It's-
no,
well,
it
it's
could
not.
be Dave's son.
Yeah.
I like this. Crash Test Dummies were originally called Brad Roberts and the St. James Rhythm Pigs.
That's the
Great
best name
name.
ever. Oh my god, Rhythm Pigs. Because
yeah,
they're like,
it's pretty good. Eh?
they're like, you want to be in my band? Yeah, we'd love to. Well, you're now demoted to pigs. You're gonna be in my band. I'm only gonna refer to you as pigs. And then they upgraded from that to dummies.
Yeah. All right, fellas, we've made it. Now you're dummies.
Yeah.
Has
Ah,
anyone ever
shit.
thought that the song, like, it sounds exactly like what's that fucking Kenny Rogers song? You know when he's like, no, do 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 do. It's like, know when to hold 'em.
The
Gambler.
Gambler?
The Gambler, yeah.
No.
No.
You won't unhear it now.
Once, you gotta know when to hold.
It's one of Zav's. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
That's
Trust me.
bad.
You
That's
still
bad
can't
one.
hear it, even once you've heard it.
Yeah. You'll never hear it.
It's
The
one
funny
of-
thing is you'll never hear it.
It's one of those.
He couldn't
You're trying
quite
to hear it, but you
explain
can't.
it. He didn't know when to hold 'em.
I like this little funny story about Brad Roberts. On September 28th, 2000, Roberts was severely injured when he crashed his car on a dirt road
No way.
in Yarmouth County, Nova Scotia. Marijuana was discovered in his pocket while he was being loaded into an ambulance, and he was charged for possession.
Oh, that's
Like-
rough. That
It's
is
like
rough.
rain.
But I have seen him since, and his hair is not bright white.
If his
Oh,
sandals and jeans
yeah.
didn't give away his.
Oh, fucking. I'm so glad
Come
you brought
on,
that up.
bro. Like,
I'm so
you
glad
know.
you brought up the sandals
Look,
and jeans.
I'm a white chick with dreadlocks, so I'm not gonna lie. I get handed the vegan menu and I get asked, where can I buy pot? The end.
I'm always
That's
asking for
my
that.
entire life. Yeah, and it's like,
Hey, Naomi,
where can I buy pot? And I'm like, pots or actual like marijuana? He's like, no, actual pots. Like I want to cook some spag bowl.
Yeah.
But definitely socks and sandals and no socks. Definite sign, especially if they're coupled with jeans and you're middle-aged. You're done. We know you're a pot smoker. And if a cop senses that, their alarm bells are ringing. They're gonna fucking definitely pull you over and fucking sign you up for some shit.
Hey, you've
It's pretty
actually
nuts
you've broken
they
your
say he-
spine and you've lost all fucking movement in the rest of your body. And we're really sorry about the car accident, but you've got a little bit of pot in your pocket.
Mm.
So you're a bit fucked.
Um,
You're a bit fucked.
We're done.
It says he's severely injured, and they found it in his pocket when I loaded him into the ambulance.
What are they doing? They
Fucking
raiding
rough
his
is
pocket.
that?
They're like, "Oh, this is Brad Roberts. Do you reckon you have some cash?"
Like,
You could
don't
rob him.
revive him. Don't revive that.
We've got to
man.
figure out why he had this car accident. Search his pockets.
Yeah.
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 Got him.
Signed, sealed, delivered. It's
All right.
yours.
It was produced by Jerry Harrison, who is the keyboardist and guitarist for the Talking Heads.
Yep.
Um,
Good old Jerry.
yeah, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002 as a member of the Talking Heads. So they've got a big fucking. It's a big deal. to have
Jerry Harrison
producing-
is the most animated cartoon-looking human being I've ever seen in my entire life.
And that's from the same band as the guy who wore the oversized suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's not
yeah,
the one.
exactly. No, and he's normal. And Mitch Dorge, who is the drummer of the Crash Test Dummies, is credited as a co-producer on it. I've got to once you hear it here that
Okay.
isn't the fucking Kenny Rogers the Gambler.
I'm telling you, it's the gambler. It's the first thing I noticed.
There's this strange high-pitched rattle on every second snare in the chorus.
Yep.
The
Yep.
you go, why?
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
What? Are we
You know what
doing?
that thinks of? Cocaine.
They didn't they didn't
You
have
just
enough
thought it-
Fountains of
they
cocaine.
didn't have enough high frequency representation in the song.
Just put some cocaine on the snare drum.
Yeah.
Every second
Yeah.
snare drum and every first snare drum is them snorting it.
Yeah.
Um,
Other than that, I think the production on this is fucking
fantastic.
Great set of
It is
chords,
amazing.
actually.
It is one of the best sounding songs.
yeah.
Ever.
Dude, and especially from 90,
Oh.
although 3 was it?
93,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Very
it is
clean recording.
solid,
Very
man.
clean.
The acoustic guitars and piano parts go together like perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The drum
Yeah.
sound is fucking amazing.
yeah, I had that note.
And the bass tone is like tight as fuck. And even when the strings get worked in and the chick's backups,
Yeah,
it's not overbearing. It sounds just big. Just a wall of sound.
yeah, that bit where they're like,
Yeah.
like that is
That
gigantic.
bit where they're like,
Yeah.
No,
They
not the
switch from
the bit.
Um,
Yeah, it's just it's so
Ah.
epic. Like it's
I like the
Mm-hmm.
they use like that really short slapback on his vocal.
Yeah.
His vocal's super
Mm.
dry. But you
Mm.
just get that tiny little
Mm.
Yeah.
compressed slapback on it.
and the sound of the acoustic guitar and oh man, crisp.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's all I've got to say about production wise.
Mm.
I don't know.
I wanted the
Else?
drummer to do more so we could hear the drums more because he mainly sits on that. Basically does that the whole time, and here and there he does a little drum roll, and you're like, oh, those toms, and then you don't hear.
You don't want to take away from the lyrics
Who's
of
Tom?
the chorus. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
There.
Bevo.
yes.
Time to tell us about this video, mate. Fucking hit it.
Oh, you stole my bit.
Don't put this thing in there. Do it when Bevo says it, which is now.
Hit it.
Here's the video facts from A to Z, and they're coming at you straight from Ryan B. It's a terrible song, and I know you agree. It's the music video summary.
With Bevo.
Or did you already do it?
I've already done it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, Bevo, you look like a fucking dickhead now.
Did you hit it yet?
Thanks for hitting it.
Mm.
Crash Test Dummies provide musical accompaniment to a Year 6 play with an incomprehensible plot. Two members of the audience spot their child breaking character during the religious scene and look uncomfortable to be associated with the only child not putting in any effort to this standing ovation-worthy narrative.
They hate him so much.
Yeah, they
that
do.
kid is definitely getting beaten at home.
Can you,
Yeah.
you
Terrible
notice
actor.
he's looking at them like, I think I forgot my lines, and they're like, fucking...
He's like,
oh.
I've shit myself.
I've gone and shit myself.
Oh no, not again.
I've shut.
It's like, is this where I usually clean up the vomit? Should I show everyone that I do that? Because I'm going to be a really successful cleaner one day.
Because you can
It's a
tell
little lurching.
you can tell the budget for this play would have been huge. There's some great
It's
sets.
very.
Mm.
A lot of time spent on the set design for a Year 6, and you know that none of these parents were fucking helping out.
And
Definitely
also
not.
that, it's a strictly a parent audience. This isn't a paying
Yeah.
audience or anything like that. But it's very...
It'd
I've
be
fucking-
very suspect if it wasn't parents there watching. Like, I just find that with any primary school play that I've been to, if you turn up there and there's people there that aren't parents of the children, it's normally a red flag.
Usually
Red
chase them out with
flag.
pitchforks and torches.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
oh, so is your little one in the play tonight? No, just
I just like to watch them dance.
just
Did this still happen
Here
at
for the
the
show.
Year 6 play? You'd know. Do they still go,
Right.
thank you for coming to our assembly. We hope you enjoyed it. Do they still say that?
No, I don't know. My kids go to like Gerringong and they're a
Oh,
bunch of fucking hippies.
Everyone
Hoity-toity.
says that. On top of that, if George Pell shows up, no one even like bats an eyelid. They're like, "Oh, like George Pell's here, sick." Bro.
Excuse me, Cardinal Pell.
Oh yes, I take it back. I take it back. Cardinal George Pell.
This video was directed by Dale Heslip,
Oh
who
yeah.
is basically the most fucking Canadian director of all time. He's done this and every Rush live show ever recorded. That's it. That's
Wow.
what he's made a living out of.
And Trailer Park
Rush,
Boys are into this, no doubt.
Rush live concerts and the Crash Test Dummies. That's it. Dale Heslip.
He has.
he has a lip, yeah. He's got,
I did
he got
enjoy-
two, in
I-
fact.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's hurt his lip.
Oh, I enjoy the fact that they
Triple
do
lip.
make fun of a horrific car accident in kids' play form.
Yeah, that like this
It's really
lyrically,
cute too.
this lyrically knocked the color out of someone's hair, but when you see it visually played out as from kids, you're like, oh, cute.
Oh, look at them try and kill each other with cars.
Do you notice that? Have you guys seen the? I think it's X-Men Origins from a couple of years back. And
No one saw that.
maybe just me. But there's a character Quicksilver who's like really fast, and he looks
it's a surfing
exactly
brand.
like
Yeah,
the
it's
kid
a
in this.
surfer.
Exactly like
surfing
the
brand.
kid in this video.
Did you check it out? Is it him?
Maybe. I
Could
don't think.
well be.
I think
Let's
he
just
was
say
in
it
a
is.
car accident, and his hair
It
turned red.
is him. It is
Quicksilver.
him.
Either fucking gun it or break, but you don't go in between.
No, no, no.
It's Quicksilver.
Yes, it's Quicksilver.
At 48 seconds, you can tell in the dad's demeanor that he is not fucking happy that his son is in a play and not out playing sports.
So 48 seconds.
40,
Like,
yeah. Around
48
Oh
seconds.
yeah. He's
Around there.
tugging the collar, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like, fuck, like, I can't believe my son's in a
No, but
fucking
like
play."
straight after that, it shows that the Crash Test Dummies singer, I forgot his name again, Brad, was it?
Brad.
Yeah, is in focus and the kid's not. So that's what he's annoyed about. He's like,
Oh,
get out
That's
of the
actually
way."
where you get to see where Brad is showing how big he can make his mouth for when he receives cock.
Yes. It's funny, I made the exact same note. Like, at 57 seconds,
Yep,
he
that's-
propositions the crowd
Yes.
by showing just how wide his mouth can go.
Did you
You
guys
thought
think that
Steve
the-
Tyler was wide. You've not
Yeah,
met
no,
me.
no.
It's
Brad
that
Roberts-
or how fucking boring this bullshit is. Is the
Yeah.
Oh, they're a big
yawn
yawn.
face. Why are we at a year 6 thing here where like we're signed and shit and we're doing
And
this film
then,
clip?
Or is
their
this how
kid's
they're
son in it.
is this how they're
So-
explaining how they wrote the chorus? He's just like
Yeah.
See, you
Um,
know the bit where the church scene towards the end.
Mm.
The parents sit down and one of them looks like Dave Grohl in the Learn to Fly video, the moustache and everything. I fully for a
Oh.
second was like, was that Dave Grohl?
Oh, the church dad.
Yeah, but also, does that church service not look like heaps of fun?
It's very well
They're having
choreographed.
a
Why
great
is he?
time.
I just don't understand why they're all dressed for church and he's dressed like oh I've
Newsboy.
just come from the mines but I've got church on
Hey,
Sunday.
He's a paper boy from the Depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah.
Read all
Um,
about
I
it.
thought that guy kind of looked more like the dad in the modern version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh, I
explain
don't
that one.
believe in that.
I
No,
don't
I
believe in
remember
that.
I don't believe in
got
that.
I don't believe in that comment. At 57 seconds, Brad Roberts. A minute 30. Brad Roberts stifles a laugh about the girl's birthmarks.
Yeah, giggle, giggle.
At 1 minute 30, he's trying not to laugh at the fact that they're magnifying glass like out all over a birthmark.
So we didn't talk about the Weird Al Yankovic spin-off, which we don't have to, but Weird Al Yankovic made fun of this song and he did a version of it. But in his film clip, he does that bit where he does that little tilted smile thing, like
Yeah.
But in his film clip, he goes like left to right, majorly, like so. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
It's
Well, in
like
this
what
film
the
clip,
hell was he
it's-
doing with that?
It's like more intensified at 2 minutes 50 because he is genuinely trying to hold back a laugh. Like, I'm not joking.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
Where's that? 2 minutes 50.
Yeah. He's
He
about to
even
laugh.
raises his eyebrow as the camera fades
Yes.
away.
I made a bit of a meme thing and sent it to you guys via chat about this. It has that laugh and then the two parents that are about to beat their kid when they get
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
That is such a laugh, man.
It's such a
It's
good
just
time.
like- Those parents, fuck it.
Also, why is the girl that's in it like
furious.
in there? If they're all in year 6, she's in like year 12.
Yeah.
She's like so much older.
Yeah,
than all
and
of them.
she's
an
already
idiot.
she's already in costume. Like, why is she
Yeah.
even going in the change rooms? Are you a Wic?
I
Are
don't
you a Wiccan witch? Do you just wear a fucking cape around regularly? Like,
No wonder she's
they're
getting
like
picked on.
pushing her about, like with
Yeah.
their Alfred Hitch cunt fucking magnifying glasses.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on, man, it's unnecessary. She's already dressed. She doesn't need to
Yeah.
go in there. She wears this every day.
How bad are these birthmarks in reality if they need these giant magnifying glasses to even inspect them?
Well, how bad is their eyesight is the question, not how bad are the
Yeah.
birthmarks. I mean, to us
It's like,
personally,
are
they're
they
very
basically-
visible.
are they just freckles? And then they've put a magnifying glass on them. And they're like, "Fucking look how big that is!"
Yeah.
It's like, oh no,
They're like,
it's not that big. Actually.
surely something's inhabiting that space there. Let's see
Yeah,
if there's
100%.
life forms in there. You know,
Yeah.
it's got to be.
It's full of disappointed fathers looking at their kids in a play.
And cunty
And,
mums.
And
Cunty
just-
mum.
Yeah,
Don't you
Cunty
love a
mums.
cunty
Like,
mum?
they're just like,
Spot on. spot on.
yeah.
My favorite YouTube comment. We there yet?
Hold on, one more.
All right.
I just want to get your opinion on this. Do you think the play was standing ovation worthy?
No.
No,
not at
definitely
all. No.
not. I
None of
mean,
those kids are very
terrible.
convincing. Like that little, as we mentioned before, that little playful little wreck. Like that did not look like something that's changed someone's hair color. I wanted to see blood. You know, at least some blood.
Yeah. You want to say like decapitation?
Like I'm just saying, like one of these kids needs to bloody, get really,
Commit.
really committed to
Commit.
the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the whole
Yeah,
play
yeah,
was
yeah.
just the 4-minute song and that was it?
I would love that. Like,
I'll tell you what, you can only dream when you actually have to go to one of these school
Yeah.
plays.
Oh, that would be life. Realize,
yeah.
golly.
Woo!
yeah.
Okay, Zav. YouTube comments.
My favorite comment. There is the top comment's really good. I won't say that. Someone else can say that one. But my one is, I'm convinced, this is from the engineer of all engineers, the engineer. I'm convinced the lead singer was a frog in his past life.
Ribbit.
Very good.
Ribbit.
Yeah. This could have been Kermit.
Yeah.
This could have been a Kermit song.
Once there was this pig who I was married to.
She was a thick bitch.
I've got one here that's
They called her Miss Piggy.
got one here that's funny out of context, but if you don't take it as seriously, this is from Gang of Eagles 6 days ago. I'm German. I don't understand the lyrics. What does he sing? He fucking sings
That's it. There's no translation
Google
for that.
Translate won't do that.
No. What did anyone else get the comment about how do you know how hard it is?
Yeah, that
to
was the
tell-
top comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me. Does someone have it?
You have no idea how hard it is to ask Alexa to play this song.
No doubt.
Hey Alexa, play.
I wonder if Siri
That
can
would
do it.
actually be a funny video. That's a good TikTok for someone to do, just
Alright,
to try and
I'll sort that
get Alexa to play play this song. You do that for me, Zav?
Yeah, mate, I'll sort it out for you.
Thanks, mate.
I will. Mm.
Anyone got any other comments?
I did a deep dive last night, and I've got 5. So
Go, we'll go.
when I say 5, I mean 6. Anyway, I'll go through them quick. This is from Denny Diego 3 months ago. 1993. 2020. Really? You left that comment? Good on ya.
Fuck, you use that as one of your 6.
Wow.
I'm just
Fuck, Southern.
no. I'm just like, what makes people write that shit? Anyway,
Here's one
Cursor.
from Ryan
You read
Beveridge.
it out.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that.
Didn't know that they had phones back then. let alone
Cursor
television.
10 months ago says, "I know the chorus in every language."
Wow.
Quazzlecati 2 months ago says, "One of the best 90-inch song." Yeah. There, someone's confused between the units of measurements and time there.
Yeah. I get it.
So Moro says, no, I'm going to skip that one. That's dumb. And Bangator says 1 week ago, Bangator says, "Finally, I found this song."
Fuck me.
Just type the letter M in Google.
Yeah.
And
YouTube.
Clara
Anyway.
Oswald says, "I got really excited when I found the cassette single of this song at my record store. They gave it to me for free."
No surprise. Oh my gosh.
That's good.
I found 2 that I'd like to say. Here's one from Oggy Dog 313 2 weeks ago. The gayest
Good
song ever made. Come on, mate. Come on.
No, it isn't.
You
It's
know-
raining men.
Everyone knows gay means happy, so
What's the
jokes on
first?
you.
What's the first thing that comes to your head when you think the gayest song ever made? For me, it's that "Everybody's in love today, in love today."
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
Only the fact that if like this was being sung while you're giving somebody a head job, it would be a good time. Is what I'm guessing.
It's the only song you can sing while giving a head job.
It's a Hummer.
You wouldn't be able to. No one would be able to keep a straight face in that
No way.
situation.
If you go on like you disguise it in your you're like If you go, hey, what do you know?
But it's not just.
And when you
That's
get to
not
the
just
R,
gay people.
I've just got one more. Sorry, I just saw it. I just need to say it.
Okay,
It was
let me
like
get my
Timeless.
last one out, and then you
Okay,
can
sorry,
do
Chris.
yours, and then we'll.
God, you only
we'll
did
call it.
one there. Fuck,
This
oh,
is
yeah.
Sarah Hulsman from 2 weeks ago. For you, Shane. Yes, I knew what I was doing. You made it too easy. I took my chance.
Yes.
Fucking shame.
Go,
Jesus.
Sarah.
Shane.
Take that chance.
Shane.
Shane must have been a bitch.
You Shane.
Sorry, just 2 more points real quick. Bevo, one of the points is legitimately, I will screen cap this. The next suggested song is Learn to Fly.
Oh shit.
And I had one more comment, and it was from David Sands, and he says, "Timeless, love the imagery." What
Yeah.
of?
Really paints a picture. Yeah. So a little bit of legacy here. Despite receiving mostly negative reviews from critics, it was very successful around the world, peaking at number 1 in Australia, Belgium, Denmark, Germany, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and the US. It also became a top 5 hit in both the UK singles and all-genre US Billboard Hot 100.
Okay.
The song was number 15 on VH1's 50 Most Awesomely Bad Songs Ever. It was named by Rolling Stone as the 15th most annoying song
Wow.
and ranked at number 31 both on Blender's list of 50 worst ever and the Huffington Post Canada's list of 50 worst ever. So it's well and truly in there. It is ranked 29 on the list of 50 worst Canadian songs ever. And VH1 put it at its 31 greatest one-hit wonder of the 1990s.
Wow.
Crazy. It's
Make
all
up
over the
your
place.
mind.
Yeah. The track did receive a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group, and Brad Roberts is worth 3 million Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Very nice.
How's that? Should we talk about that live video that you sent through, Chibs?
Yeah, the South African daytime television.
That one is so funny, man. Like I feel bad for him, especially because the guy, like, I watched it once. I'm a little foggy on the thing, but he's like, "Hey, you might be wondering who this guy is." He's like,
It's so ruthless.
yeah, he's just like, you think you don't know who he is, but you do know. And he just goes like,
Remember that song?
Yep, yeah, you know who he is anyway. And then he's like, okay, well, that was like a backhanded compliment, but thanks.
Yeah.
And then he starts singing, and it's just like watching this guy do the performance of this song live is, as you said, a bit of a dignity destroyer. Like he really probably stepped it up at that recording in '93.
Yeah.
It's probably the equivalent to, I think Bev said this before, when you've got when you're a really young person and you sing some high notes and you have to do them later in your life. Like he's going the other way, so he has to try to pull these low notes off. He's like, "Whoa, Star Wars the sky," and he's like really, really trying. You can tell,
Yeah.
and it's just him and an acoustic guitar. He hasn't got like the.
You've
It's not
literally got
layered with
nowhere
the
to go
chord.
but up.
Yeah, like you could have probably stepped it up just a little bit, like changed the key a tiny bit. No one would have noticed, but he hasn't got the backing of the choir and all that behind him to smooth him out.
Because generally, as you get older, your voice gets deeper.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Fuck me. You wouldn't be able to hear it. All right. Let's rate this shit.
Motherfuckers, this is it. Now it's time to rate this shit.
Nice.
All right. So how many birthmarks do you give this out of 10?
Oh, fuck.
10 being that you got made to go to the change room and get naked and you actually didn't have anything but one giant birthmark that covered your entire body.
Yeah, and everyone's going to call you Ink Blot from now on.
Yeah, and now you're bloody McInkface. And one being that you get to still tour the world and play South African daytime TV shows whenever you like, whenever you please. What do you give this out of 10, Dan Southern?
I give this a Crazy Frog 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
think
Fair enough.
that this is a fantastic song. I think it's unbelievably good. I do genuinely think, like, I'm really torn about his deep voice. Like, I think it's pretty unique, and it's made the mark on, like, when people think of this song, they kind of make fun of his voice. I think his voice being that deep is cool, but also lets the song down. I think the song is really cool, but when he sings it, it kind of turns into a joke. So I think the song is epic. I really do. And I think it's friggin' awesome. If someone else sung it, it'd probably be way better.
I think no one would
that's a
care
four.
if someone else sung it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. It might not have hit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, Bevo.
I couldn't quite explain it. I give this song a 3.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Fair enough. I get that. I get it. Naomi.
Look, I'm not really about it, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I've got terrible dyslexia, and one thing that fucks with my brain is when you do what seems to be opposites. 10 is the song is fucked. 1 is the song is great. Right?
Yeah.
So look, I have to be completely honest. If I think about some of the greatest songs of all time, firstly, either they can't be covered well ever because they're just that good, or B, they stand up on their own, covered well by other artists, because it's just a good song. There's no way you can fuck it up. I feel like this song has zero coverability. So
Yeah, it would be
it
rough.
just doesn't. It's like
And now performing for you live, Guns N' Roses do their version of.
yeah, like nobody's doing this. It's not like some pretty little girl is sitting in a bedroom going like, I couldn't quite explain it. Like, it's never
That
gonna
actually
come
sounds
up.
really good.
It's
Yeah, you
fucking
should do that.
That
fucked.
makes me feel quite dizzy inside.
That was, you just proved my point, which is that if someone
Mm.
else did the song, it'd be way better.
Zav, can
Look-
you give me a quick Axl Rose doing this song?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh shit!
You gotta get back in Rose.
Start with Patience.
Patience.
I couldn't quite explain it.
Very nice.
Got a whistle in there.
Once there was a boy.
Oh yeah, I've actually been dying to hear that Axl Rose again. By the way, so thank you.
Amazing. So what do you give it, Naomi?
It's a straight up 9 for me. Like, it's an actual piece of
Oh, hates it.
shit.
Ah,
I
fuck off.
Hates
hate
it.
it. Like,
Hates
it's
it.
just the worst. It plays my eardrums. I want to fuck that
No
thing
doubt,
up.
no doubt, no doubt.
Oh, ow.
Zav.
So yeah, you know how I was talking about Karl Marx before.
Yeah.
You know, if we're talking about like how many birthmarks, like I'm gonna go full communist on this. I'm just gonna sit right in the middle. enough on
Manifesto
each
style.
side. Yeah, everyone's pretty happy each side. I know.
One for everyone.
Is that
I
then his
neither
5
hate it
stage
nor
of the
love it.
podcast?
I'll give it a 5.
Oh.
Apparently,
Don't
Bozzy's
like it.
turned into a communist.
Bozzy, is that the
Oh,
fifth
well,
Bozzy
fuck,
mentioned?
and of course he would.
Also, fences. Do you like to sit on fence posts, Zav?
It's uncomfortable.
Does it feel nice?
He's going through a phase. He was given ones
yep,
before, and now he's back on the 5s.
He's like, it's a 1 or a 10.
Wow.
He gave Coco Jumbo a 1. He's like, ugh, I gotta redeem myself here.
I've also had like my beer's been empty for the last like 25 minutes. I'm really sobering up, so I'm starting to be too aware of things going around me.
Except the fence post stuck up your ass.
Yeah,
You just gave this a 5.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
Jib?
I give it a crazy frog 4
Kindred
Fair enough.
spirits.
as well.
Fair enough.
It's
Yeah.
good chords. If nothing else,
Oh,
there's some
man.
great chords.
Dude,
I don't. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's good. If it came on, I'll listen to
Yeah.
it.
it's epic.
Say thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad Roberts.
Fucking.
Thanks, Brad Roberts, for suggesting we do this song tonight. And
Yeah. Thanks for the request. Oh, we should just do bogus requests. Be like, so this is a request from Brad Roberts who hit us up.
From Nova Scotia. He's actually in prison at the moment for
Yeah.
marijuana
a
possession.
big car accident.
I got a request from.
He's
Jose
in recovery
Velasco.
mode, so best of luck to you,
Jose
mate.
Fellatio.
We got an email that said, and we can only assume that means he wants us to do this song. So
And your podcast is yummy.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on all the social medias at 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. You can get merch on the website. Check us out on TikTok, which is at the 1001 Crew, until TikTok is banned worldwide, and then we'll do reels instead, I guess.
Oh,
And
God.
you can all go fuck yourself. Thanks, guys.
You're a bunch of
Bye.
fucking idiots.
Ding, 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 ding.